We're here again with the Decoding Wisdom. We're looking at these beautiful quotes and taking it from concept alone, which is typically where a lot of us stay, and into the practical. It is so easy for us to read self-help book after self-help book, or scrolling for positive quotes until we feel that ping of inspiration. But that leaves us stuck in the conceptual or the concept, which is just in the head. And although it might evoke a sense of feeling, it does limit us from taking action if we did not have action planned. So, what action do we take from seeing today's quote? So, today's quote is, "You're a fighter. Look at everything you've overcome. Don't give up now." And so this may be a simple quote that, again, it's just kind of, we read it, oh, that's a feel good, and then we scroll to the next one. But let's take a deeper dive. So hi, I'm Izzy. If we haven't met yet, I help people dive deeper so that they can think bigger. And ultimately, my goal is to help you calm the chaos, no matter chaos might be, so that you can make more money in your business, or maybe it's just be more successful in life if you're not a business owner and you're listening to this. So when we look at "you're a fighter," look at everything you've overcome. There is one way to really look at this quote, but I caution in getting attached to this idea. So typically, when we read these quotes, it is relative to a certain type of energy, and it can be relative for a thought. But when we get stuck in one particular way of thinking, it can be limiting, which is a form of attachment, which in Eastern philosophy, especially Buddhism, says that attachment is the root of all pain and suffering. So when we say "you're a fighter," we don't want to get stuck in this thought of "I'm a fighter, I'm a fighter, I'm a fighter," because then we're constantly fighting, which puts us in survival mode. Now, we can say, have I been a fighter? Yes, I can be a fighter. I am a fighter when I need to be a fighter, but not that this is your one and true identity. So don't get stuck on this identity. That gets us into victim mentality because we have to fight all the time, and we don't want to be stuck in that. But it is okay to tap into that, and it is okay to say, that is the armor that I can put on, but I can also take it back off. Look at everything you've overcome can be very empowering, but we don't want to get so stuck in the past that we are not in the moment and we cannot plan for the future. We want to look at the past in order to give us an oomph in the moment. So this quote is beautiful for exactly what it says right here at the bottom. Don't give up now. This quote is beautiful for if you are feeling down, if you are feeling low. And at this low vibration, we need to fight to get back up to a higher vibration. And then we let go of being a fighter, and we let go of this feeling of wanting to give up. So we do not stay attached to it. Otherwise, it will pull us back down. Does that make sense? So if you can resonate with this form of attachment to these ideas and getting stuck in this energy, just type energy. Just let me know, energy. All right. So we do get in these energies. We're human. We are human, and it takes a lot of work to get ourselves at a high vibe, and then stay at a high vibe is a whole nother task. So we might use quotes like this to help us get up, and then we just fall back down. Or we might stay there for just a moment, and then it slowly comes down. And then we have to keep playing this up and down, and we can make progress there. So there's nothing to feel bad about being in that state. This is not to make you feel guilty. This is to empower you. So we continue to work on raising our vibration, raising our vibration, raising our thoughts and our actions and how we participate and how we perceive life. But if we continue to perceive life from, I'm a fighter, look at everything I'm overcome, I'm not going to give up now. And we hang out in this is a low vibration, but it can be higher than being down here at a low of I'm going to give up. And you're not thinking about what you've accomplished. So when we are overcoming that hump, when we're getting from below to just above this, we do need to recognize that this beautiful quote, winter always turns into spring, that when we are feeling low and we're feeling like maybe I'm not good enough, or this feels like it's never ending, I'm tired, I'm burnt out. In order to get past that, sometimes we do need to remind ourselves, just a reminder, not a clinging, just a reminder that I've been in worse before. And I was thinking then, even then, and I can speak true to this. I was thinking then, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to overcome this? This feels like the end. Like, I can't take this anymore. And something happened, and it generally was we were pushed to the brink where we had to just trust in this opening energy rather than this resistance energy. So when I think of fighter, we think closed fist. That's a resistance energy. And so we stopped fighting so hard and we allowed trust to happen, which is an opening up. And we allowed ourselves to stop worrying so much and rather climbing. And so that's a different type of fighting energy. This is more of a I'm going to take action that is supported by trust rather than I am going to take action and I'm stuck in worry, right? Like, because we don't typically take a lot of action from worry, or at least we don't take action from a state of worry that is going to elevate us out of the position we're in. It's when we trust and we say, okay, what are my values? How can I do good? How can I make something beautiful from this struggle? And so that's where I invite you today is to look at the struggles that you've overcome, but think of them rather, what I find is even more helpful than this quote is, what am I learning from this? This struggle right now, what is the lesson that I can learn from this struggle that I can also implement into my life, but I can also help others in the future? So when I am in this pain, when I am in this challenge, what is the opportunity here? So it might be the opportunity to meet some amazing people. It might be the opportunity to talk about your struggle. So ironically, as I was getting ready to hit the go live button, I got a phone call from my older kids' school that I have to go pick them up because, and this is a normal, because they're misbehaving, they're refusing to go to class, they were starting to make threats. And so we all have our struggles. We all have our struggles. And it becomes a struggle for me going, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to get work done when I'm constantly having to go pick up kids, when I'm constantly having to entertain children? I'm supposed to have this break. And that's one of those words is I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to be able to do this. Oh my gosh, I could get into this blame and just energy and going, oh my gosh, I'm so mad and da 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 da. And no, I'm going, okay. And it's not passive resignation. It's not going, well, there's nothing I can do about it, so might as well just let it be. It's me saying, this is the situation. Regardless, I will have to go pick them up and I will have to lay down some rules when they get here. And I will have to establish more boundaries once they are here for me to in order to get my work done. Or I can look at my schedule and say, okay, is my schedule going to work out the same way? Can I adjust and move things around? And saying, or maybe what is really truly important on my schedule today that needs to be done? So it's not resignation. It's stating what is and being in the present moment and saying, okay, I'm going to find a way to enjoy this the best I can. What is the upside? What is the silver lining? But if I stay in the moment And if I practice staying in the moment, then every moment I am fully in the moment and I am not stuck in the past or stuck in the future. I say you might as well be playing video games all day. You're practically living in a video game all day if you were constantly in the past or constantly in the future, because you are not enjoying the moment. And so we can start to tap into the past when needed to look at everything you've overcome, tap into the future for the planning. But again, in order to get that high vibration and maintain it, it takes energetic hygiene once you are there. So don't get so used to, my camera's moving. Don't get so used to in this, like, oh, I have to get up and then, okay, now I can just, and then you fall right back down. So don't allow yourself to keep playing this game. You have to do something slightly different, and that comes from being in the moment. All right. So thank you for joining me today. We'll continue to have more of these. So I have a huge stack of these quotes. So we go through a quote every time that I come live for these. And we'll be going over each one of these and really talking about how we can implement them into the day. So how you can implement into the day today is anytime that you notice your breath is up here or is very, very shallow, that is a moment for a pause. And this pause allows us to come back into the moment. It allows us to take some deep belly breaths. It can take literally 2 minutes, probably 1 minute if you really needed, but 2 minutes of just breathing into your belly. And what I really like is even breath. So it's maybe you count for 4 as you inhale and 4 on the exhale. That could be a 6, that could be an 8. And allow yourself to even out that breath, to come into the moment. And we come into the moment through our senses by feeling our breath, by feeling our body sitting in our chair, by noticing the temperature on your skin, by noticing what you're hearing, what you're seeing. So our physical body, the senses that we are given with this physical body, are what we can tap into in order to ground ourselves into this experience so that we can be in the present moment. So at any time you start to feel the mind is wandering or the energy is wandering, bring yourself back into this moment. Maybe you just touch the desk. Maybe you touch your skin. Maybe you touch one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, and you just breathe. Notice what you can see. Notice what you can hear. Notice what you can feel. Notice if you feel your breath. So this physical body is here to help us with grounding so that we can be in the physical moment in full experience, because that's what this life is for experiencing. And we experience life through our emotions and through our senses. The mind is a tool. It is not how we experience life. Okay, so remember that today. When those thoughts go through, thoughts are not real. Your experience is what is real. It is what is in this moment. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.